What have I been doing this summer? Taking a lot of walks, played some frisbee in the backyard. Oh, and we tested every free trial of a streaming service just to see how many shows we could binge watch before the trial ran out.
What have I been doing this summer? Oh man, well, a lot of family time. That's been great. Started going on a lot of walks, learned some new skills, read a little bit, a couple trips. Not much else other than, the obvious. I became a man. It's a gentleman's accessory. It just adds a bit of debonair to my appearance. I feel more classy, stylish, in vogue. Like I have it all together. People see that mustache and it's like, that guy has it figured out. And you know what? I figured it out. Look, I haven't seen Manna or Joshua in a few days now. A lot of zooming, you can just hide it. But I'm really excited to see their response. I mean, they're gonna love it. Gonna love it. All right, season 2 ideas. Looking for some winners. What do you have?
Wow.
Yeah, it's impressive.
I mean, you kind of look like Joe Dirt / Ron Burgundy.
Thank you. Those are 2 A-list Hollywood celebrities.
I mean,
So you're at a loss for words?
it's like performance art that none of us get. Maybe?
Some people get it, others don't. Sick. He gets it. He gets it.
I mean, it's something special. Not sure how I define special in this case, but it's unique. I'll give him unique. Ish.
First off, I will say that I love the mustache, but I have a major problem right now. I've been trying to grow mine for about 2 months now. I told him 2 months ago, especially when I started in March, that I wanted it. Well, Josh, get ready for the thunder. It is on.
Legend. 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 Icon worldwide. Legend. Legend. It's real simple. Look. Legend. What's going on, guys? Welcome to season 2 of the Cokesbury Student Ministry Show. My name is Josh. I'm with my friends Manna and Joshua. And I guess we'll just jump into it, guys. How have you been handling this pandemic? How's life in quarantine, the safer at home stuff? How are you handling it?
Quarantine was tough. I mean, having to keep like social distance and being away from family and...
I mean, it's just so... The times that we are in are just so unprecedented right now with this new normal, trying to flatten the curve,
prevent community spread.
Yeah, playing a lot of video games. Man.
Contact tracing comes into
all
play.
That stuff.
It's just a lot of stuff going on. Well, it is a new normal, and we've rearranged the furniture. You know what? I can't. This is terrible. This is a terrible. They have to use all the. I'm so sick of using all these words. I'm not gonna say new normal anymore, and you shouldn't either.
Okay.
We're not gonna say. We don't have to say that anymore.
Okay.
So like, should we like make a list?
Yeah, let's make.
Here. Okay.
No, I like lists.
Yeah. What do you not want to say anymore?
Quarantine.
Oh, done.
Yep.
COVID-19. Don't want to say it.
Forget about it.
Or coronavirus.
Let's see here. Pandemic.
Yeah, pandemic.
Pandemic. New normal.
Yo,
unprecedented times.
Oh, that's a good one.
Do not like it.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That is. I'm so sick of that.
You know what? Anything to do with sickness. The word sick. Any symptoms. Phlegm. Mucus.
Okay. He's taking it another level.
Yeah, you got really specific there.
Nasty words, disgusting words. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I was just thinking more like the general words that we all like, living in fear. But yeah, just like new normal, unprecedented times. These quarantine days, like stuff like that. We're not gonna say that anymore. You're not. What?
What are we gonna do? How are we gonna?
What
if we accidentally do?
We'll just bleep it out.
Okay,
just like, for example, say it. They didn't hear it.
Nice.
Took care of that.
Okay.
So if we're talking in the other day, I played Fall Guys. You bleep that out right there, and you wouldn't know what we're talking about.
While we're at it, can we add to this list?
I do.
I've got some words.
Okay, go for it.
Keep
Man,
going.
you start us.
Here it is. My least favorite word in the English language. Moist.
Oh,
That is
that's
not
so
an
gross.
okay word.
yeah.
Oh,
Not
that
okay.
word.
I get it. I mean, even like, you know, a lot of people would agree that moist chocolate cake is the best.
Do we need to use that adjective?
No,
Find a new one.
no.
I mean, surely we can find a different one.
Sports are back.
Okay.
Soccer is about to start. I'm a big Premier League fan.
Right.
And Liverpool won, and I can't stand them. So Liverpool is on the list.
Hey.
Anything Liverpool.
Anything.
What about these
anything
words if they are separate?
Liverpool. What do you mean?
Like if you say liver in a sentence, but then
Yeah.
you say the word pool.
No,
in a
well,
sentence.
so like.
You're gonna be in a pool of liver, like a liver pool.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
no.
That's disgusting.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I'm over like the Liverpool Football Club.
Okay.
I'm over like Liverpool music, Liverpool
Oh.
art, Liverpool foods, Liverpool
Taking it up a level.
inspiration.
Yeah,
Just like
okay.
anything Liverpool is liver out.
Okay. Good.
One thing, sports, one of the main sports I keep up with, wrestling.
Sure.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and his entire family, they got it. So, no mentioning of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
They got what?
wrestling. They got COVID-19, but they don't know. It's on the list. Yeah,
It's on the list, so you can't say it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So, anything wrestling
Yeah.
out.
I mean, okay. I don't know how we're supposed to do all of season 2 without at least 9 mentions of
I'm
Dwayne
gonna
"The
have
Rock"
to have a
Johnson,
talk
so-
with Stuckman. We're gonna have to have a serious talk.
for sure.
See
Yeah.
how it goes.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, that's the end of that list. And I know we took something away, but we're going to give you a little something right here, like a fun game that you can play at home.
Hey guys, we've got a game for you. You can play at home, family, friends. We're calling it Measure Up. You need a couple of household items. You're gonna need a measuring tape, like that. You're gonna need a ping pong ball, like that. And you're gonna need some sort of target, cup, bucket, whatever works for you. You're gonna play it. How far on the tape measure can you get the ball into the cup? Now, sit this far away from you. Here's how it goes.
All right, 3 feet into the cup. Let's go.
This is too easy.
4 feet into the cup.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Thanks for sticking out with us. This is far from the ideal situation. Okay, we get that. We know that we feel that. But every time we get to see you, that's just a little boost in the arm to keep going. And every time that we, hear your voice, I mean, that's just another reminder that we need to keep going. So we're going to keep going. We're going to stay flexible. We're going to stay patient. We're going to stay diligent. And we're going to keep just trying to connect. And we're going to keep talking about Jesus. And we're going to keep sharing games. And we're going to keep keeping church alive. Because if anything we've learned is that, and the church isn't about this space, but the church is us. It's me and you and getting together and just being in community. And man, we long for the day where we can do that in the way that we've traditionally known that. But for now, we're just gonna keep grinding, keep showing up on the internet, and keep saying hey to you guys. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. And we're gonna stay flexible. Thank you for being flexible, because we're gonna talk about flexible today. Our new series is called Stretch. And no, it's not about a giraffe or about a 7-foot, lanky dude that has a funny nickname in high school. We're talking about stretching our faith and wanting to grow. And when I think about flexibility and stretching, I think of yoga. Now, look, I'm far from a yoga bro, but I will admit there was a time in my life where I thought adding yoga into my daily routine was a great idea. So I went to Walmart and I found a yoga at home DVD. Man, it was just like It was like 10-minute yoga workouts that you can do to start your day. And I did those diligently for like 4 days. But I didn't feel enough to really keep going. I mean, I was certainly intrigued by the idea of yoga. I had heard about the benefits of yoga. I even felt it in a bit. Check this out. We'll switch. We'll go right here. Bang. I'm not even warmed up yet. I'm not going to do yoga here. But like I wasn't committed to this idea, and it was 10-minute workouts to add flexibility and pliability and stretch my muscles and make them stronger and to get into better shape. Anytime I've ever done like an at-home workout and it had a yoga session, skip. Because you want me to stretch for 90 minutes? Guy. But look, we're not here to talk about my workout routines, but I wanted to share that with you because I keep thinking about yoga and flexibility and stretching, and what does that mean to stretch in order to grow or stretch in order to become stronger, because that's what yoga is like you become stronger by stretching and lengthening your muscles. So if we thought of our faith as a muscle, how flexible would your faith be? How strong would that faith be? Would you be able to reach to your knees, your shins? Could you go all the way, palms on the ground? Is that how flexible your faith has become? Here's all I mean when I say stretch. Before we go any further, when I say stretching your faith, I'm talking about taking a new idea and figuring out what that means with your relationship with Jesus. I'm not saying take different religions, like I'm going to stretch Christianity all the way out till Jesus isn't. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the idea of receiving or learning or growing or experiencing Christ in a brand new way. That is what we mean when we say stretch your faith. So if your faith was a muscle, how strong would it be? How flexible would it be? Because I wonder how much have you challenged yourself to grow and to get stronger? Or have you treated it like 10-minute at-home yoga workouts? Yoga only works if you commit to it. Strengthening and growing your faith only works if you commit to it. Yeah, I want a stronger, deeper, better faith. But it's not going to do anything just by that sentence alone. Yes, I want an unshakable faith and belief in Jesus Christ. Those words by themselves are great and sound awesome, but they're not going to get you there. You have to commit to taking the steps to get there, to strengthen, to become flexible, to grow. We have to commit to the process. It just doesn't happen on its own. A couple people in the Bible I want us to look at real quick. Number one, Paul. If you remember, or even if you don't, I want to walk you through it real quick. Paul, when we first meet him, actually his name is Saul, and he's anti-Christian. He is literally murdering people for believing in Jesus. But he has an experience. He goes blind for a little while. He hears the voice of God. He changes his ways. His name becomes Paul. And he becomes like this guy that is one of the most, you could argue, the most influential voices in the Bible and the spread of Christianity ever, in like the history of earth. Paul became so influential and such a strong believer that he began to write to other people to encourage them along their way. Paul's faith grew, and then he helped others grow their faith as well. But Paul wasn't the only one. If we go back to Matthew chapter 4, we meet two guys named Peter and Andrew. Now these guys were career fishermen. That's all they knew. That was probably the family business. They were from a long line of fishermen. When they met Jesus, they literally dropped everything. And you may think that this takes a huge commitment to drop what you're doing and then literally go follow Jesus. But as we later find out, this is just one of a few commitments that these guys made to the cause of Jesus Christ. I mean, even years later, Peter and Andrew both became pillars of the church. They became apostles. They helped spread the word of God through the building of churches and just discipling people around the globe. But we couldn't have gotten there, and especially Peter became very famous. They couldn't have gotten there without one small commitment on the beach that day. Just saying, yes, I'll do more. I'll be more, I'll stretch, I'll grow, I'll try something new. And, I guess it's kind of easy to look through the Bible and then point to a few stories and just be like, see, that's what it looks like. And then we just kind of come back and just say, well, I mean, what does that look like for me? What does that look like in 2020? It's been a really difficult year. Man, I can't imagine just like dropping everything. There's a good chance that you actually know people that have taken next steps and have made that one small commitment that's ultimately going to change the rest of their life. This summer alone, even though, remember, we haven't been in the church has still been going on. This summer alone, several students have continued to be baptized. We've even celebrated a confirmation class in which 13 students that belong to Cokesbury Church publicly got up in front of their friends and family and a crowd of people and just said, I believe in Jesus and my life is forever different. Some of those students were baptized. Some of those students chose to remember their baptism. There's a really good chance that you know one of them. So you can look back at the Bible and just be like, how does this apply to me? Well, your friends are doing it. There are people in our community, in our family, that are literally changing their lives by making one small commitment. And ordinarily, I would say, hey, there's just 5 simple things that you can do. Because look, doing 5 simple things sounds even easier than like 10-minute at-home yoga workouts, right? Look, these are not easy. You know what is easy? Making a list of 5 things, but these 5 can change your life, but they're gonna require a little bit of effort, but let's check them out anyway. Here we go. Number 1, commit to showing up. That sounds a lot different now because we don't really do a ton of stuff like we used to together. But how can you show up? How can you show up for a friend? How can you show up to your small group, Zoom meeting? How can you show up to just checking out a video? Here we are. How can you show up in text, in phone calls, in FaceTime? How can you show up on the handful of things that we actually do on campus? How can you show up and just be part of this community that longs to be with Jesus? Number 2, you can follow Jesus. It sounds simple. It looks enormous. It's a game changer, life changer decision to follow Jesus and be in a relationship with him. That is a commitment that will change the rest of your life, because if we follow, then we start to take direction. Then we start to let Jesus' words fill our hearts. Then we start to think like Jesus. Then we begin to act like Jesus. And then we begin to love like Jesus, and we can see the world changed because of Jesus. Number 3, love God. Again, sounds easy, actually huge. All right, think of loving God like this. You love your friends, right? You love family, maybe boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. If you love them, don't you want to talk to them and spend time with them and just be with them and learn from them? Man, it's the same way with God. If you love God or want to love him more, spend time in prayer. Talk to him through prayer. Read the word. Listen to worship music. Just be with God and watch that love start to grow. Number 4, love others. Very similar to what we just talked about. How can you look at someone the way that Jesus does and not necessarily see what the world sees, but see the heart, see the struggles, see the pain, see the grief, and just listen, be there, support, and just love without expectation of a return. See, that's the difference with Jesus, is Jesus gave love away and never expected anything to come back. When we love like Jesus, when we love others the way that Jesus will, we love them recklessly. Number 5, ask questions. Can you commit to asking questions? Maybe you're not ready for the first 4. You say, you know what, there's a lot that I don't understand right now, but I want to be a part of the conversation. I want to hear the stories. I want to understand, and I want to ask questions. Like I said a minute ago, the easiest part of that is making a list. But those are 5 simple commitments that we can make each day. And if we make those 5 seemingly simple commitments, I guarantee you that we're going to see a large shift in who we are and how we feel and how we think, how we love. And when we begin to change how we love, and we begin to change the world.
Oh, oh, oh. He's coming on the clouds. He's coming on the clouds. Kings and kingdoms will bow down. And every chain will break as broken hearts declare his praise. Who can stop the Lord Almighty? Our God is the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power, and he's fighting our battles. And every knee will bow before him. Our God is the Lamb that was slain for the sins of the world. His blood breaks the chains. Every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Oh, every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Oh, oh, oh. Let's sing, open up the gates. Yeah. So open up the gates, make way before the King of Kings. Our God who calls the saved is here to set the captives free. So who can stop the Lord Almighty? Our God is the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power, and he's fighting our battles. Every knee will bow before him. Our God is the Lamb that was slain for the sin of the world. His blood breaks the chains. Every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Oh, every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Who can stop the Lord Almighty? Who can stop the Lord Almighty? Sing it out. Who can stop the Lord Almighty? Who can stop the Lord? Oh, let's declare that together. Who can stop the Lord Almighty? Who can stop the Lord Almighty? One more time, yeah. Who can stop the Lord Almighty? Yeah, yeah. Who can stop the Lord? Our God is the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power, and he's fighting our battles. And every knee will bow before him. Our God is the Lamb that was slain for the
Hey, thanks again for watching, for being with us. Special thanks to Kirk for the music this week. Just before we leave, the 5 little commitments that we can make that can change our life. Number 1, can you commit to showing up? Can you commit to following Jesus? Can you commit to loving God? Can you commit to loving others? And can you commit to asking questions? A simple list that can have an eternal impact. I hope that we are the people that want to stretch, to grow, to strengthen, and to deepen our faith. And we can do that by making 5 simple commitments that are going to last a lifetime. We can't wait to see you soon. Be well.